Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Aslan here. I want to tell you about Aesop's Fables. Aesop was a man who lived over 2,000 years ago in Greece, and his stories are told over and over again. There are different books. I even have this tiny little one, or I have this one that has pictures that move. You might have heard about this story called The Hare and the Tortoise. There are lots of different Aesop's fables. Today I wanted to show you one called The Fox and the Grapes. So I wore a special pin that has a fox and grapes, and I have grape earrings too. So I wore that especially to tell this story. The Fox and the Grapes. One hot day, Fox went panting through the vineyard. Above his head hung large, juicy, and refreshing bunches of grapes. Fox eyed them hungrily and licked his lips. He stopped beneath the lowest bunch and jumped at it. Look at him jump, jump. His jaws opened and snapped shut, but he only bit air. On and on through the hot afternoon, Fox jumped, jumped, kept trying to get them. Oh, almost. Can I get those grapes? Oh! Finally exhausted, hot, and thirstier than ever, Fox was forced to admit that the grapes were beyond his reach. Oh well, muttered the defeated Fox. They were probably as sour as lemons. Then he went on his way. So each of Aesop's fables also have a moral to the story, like a lesson you can learn. There's one about a lion and a little mouse. And that one talks about little friends can really do great things. They might be small, but what they can do for you is not small. There's one here about a dog and some meat. One day, Dog was making his way home with a large piece of meat held tightly in his teeth. On his way, he had to cross a river. Halfway over the bridge, he saw another dog carrying a piece of meat bigger than his own. I want that piece as well, thought Dog. Without thinking, he opened his mouth to lunge and get the other piece of meat. But you know what happened? Oh, he lost the piece he had. It was merely his reflection, and then he had nothing. And the moral of that one, I have that story is in this little book, The Dog and His Reflection, and they show at the end, the moral was, be satisfied with what you have. Don't try to get bigger and what you think might be better. What you have is good. So there are lots of little stories in this little tiny book and lots of stories in this one. Any book that you can find that's Aesop's Fables, there's going to be a lot of good stories for you. Enjoy!